Guys, in the recent patch notes, Bungie just did a thing where they gave Scout Rifles a nice 10% damage buff. We're going to be combining that 10% damage buff with triple surges on our boots so that we will gain a nice 30% damage buff anytime we do pick up an overpower. The 10% damage buff is going to give us the ability to quickly slay out any adds in the new Grandmasters, and we're going to be using my favorite build, combining Controver's holes with Evorr 3.0 subclass. We're going to be able to consistently gain our health back by the Devour perk, and combined with that 30% damage buff by running triple surges on our boots, which is going to give us 22% damage buff, and with the 10% damage buff that Bungie recently gave us, that will equate to over 30% of active damage anytime we do pick up an overpower. While we're doing this, we're going to gain unlimited health regen, and we're going to be able to consistently spam our grenades. This is my favorite build, as I said before, because this gives us the overall utility we need to survive in the Grandmasters. Even when both my teammates died in new Battlegrounds Mars Grandmaster, I was still able to blind all the enemies and then quickly slay out enemies and revive my teammates. This build is what I'm using to currently clear out the new Grandmaster that just got activated at reset. Let me take you guys on the tour of the build I'm using, combining Skyburner's Oath with Controver's Holds, so you guys are able to quickly slay out this Grandmaster and complete it with ease. Let's jump straight into it. First, we're going to dive straight into the mod system so you guys can see exactly what I'm using, so you guys are able to copy this build exactly, and there won't be any mishaps or misconceptions. On our helmet, we'll be using Solar Siphon because we are using Skyburner's Oath and it does scorch targets. It is a solo weapon, and once we do get final blows, rapid final blows with our Skyburner's Oath, we will spawn orbs of power. That's one way we will be consistently spawning orbs of power, by using Solar Siphon on our helmet. We're going to combine this with Heavy Ammo Finder and Heavy Ammo Scout. Since we are going to be using just our Skyburner's Oath to deal maximum damage, anytime we do spawn heavy ammo rigs for ourselves, we also want to spawn it for our teammates, and this also helps with the ammo economy for our entire fire team. That's very crucial, especially in Grandmasters, if you don't have somebody running Aeons and you need heavy ammo to quickly just kill any kind of anti-barrier champions or any champions in general for that Grandmaster. The next thing we do have is firepower on our gauntlets. Firepower is currently bugged, so sometimes it will not spawn orbs of power even when the text pop up that you do spawn those orbs of power. So running Solar Siphon combined with firepower gives you the ability to spawn or generate multiple orbs of power from 2 different sources. The next thing we do have is Grenade Kickstarter. Grenade Kickstarter is an active mod, so once we do proc our grenade, it will consume all of our armor charge stacks, and we do gain armor charge stacks by picking up orbs of power. The next mod we do have on our gauntlets will be Impact Induction, so causing damage with our melee is going to reduce our grenade cooldown. We want to be refunding our grenade cooldown as much as possible, and the stats you will be building into for this build will be Resilience and Discipline. Also, drop a like and subscribe if you guys are enjoying the content and you want to stay up to date with the brand new builds I will be rolling out, since Bungie did update a lot of brand new weapons. Hand cannons got a 20% buff, and Scout Rifles got a 10% buff. The next thing we do have on our chest piece will be just our regular damage resist mods, so we are going to be rocking Solar Resist combined with Concussive Dampener, just because the boss at the end of the Grandmaster does do an area effect damage once he does slam his hammer. We will be using Charge Up, so instead of 3 stacks of armor charge, we will be gaining 4 stacks of armor charge. That's just going to help us spam our abilities even more. Just because we gain an extra stack of armor charge, that's going to refund even more grenade ability. The next thing we do have on our feet will be 3 solar weapon surges. We are using Skyburner's Oath, so combining 3 solar weapon surges gives us a 22% damage buff, and with the 10% damage buff giving to all Sky Rifles, that will equate to over 30% of a damage buff at any given time you do pick up an orb of power. The next thing we do have on our bond, our Warlock bond, will be Double Bomber, so anytime we do need a little bit of grenade energy just to quickly refund it, we're going to pop our Rift, and we're going to combine that with Utility Kickstarter, so once we do expend our Rift, we will consume all of our stacks of armor charge. Those are all the mods we currently are using in this build. I will have a dim link in the description, so if you guys run into any issues, please join the Discord in the description and just send me a message or just drop a comment, and I'll be sure to respond to it as quickly as possible. Next thing we're going to do is jump into our Evorr 3.0 subclass. The Evorr 3.0 subclass isn't going to be anything special. We're going to be using Nova Bomb, and the most important things to keep in mind will be Vortex Grenade. Vortex Grenade is one of the strongest grenades, and it does have a base cooldown of 2 minutes and 32 seconds. We will be dropping that down to 1 minute and 16 seconds once we do pick up 100 discipline. The aspects we want is Chaos Accelerant, so we're able to overcharge our Vortex Grenade and increase the size of it, and give it a longer duration. The next thing we do have is Feed the Void. Feed the Void means that anytime we do defeat a target with any of our void abilities, we will activate the perk Devour. And while Devour is active, any final blow will extend that duration. That's how we're consistently able to regen our health. Usually I will tell you guys to run Better Already or Recuperation on your boots, but we don't need that since we will consistently proc the Devour perk. The 3 fragments we are rocking will be Evorr Persistence, so that our Devour perk will have an increased duration just in case you don't have enough time to actually kill enemies. This fragment will give you the extra time you will need. We are going to have Echo of Remnants, so Echo of Remnants. We are going to have Echo of Remnants so that our Void Grenade will last even longer. Combining that with Chaos Accelerant gives our Vortex Grenade a longer duration that we will need. The next thing we do have is Echo of Undermining, so our Vortex Grenade now weakens targets. So anytime you come across a champion, just pop your grenade down and it will give a 15% debuff. While you are debuffing those targets, you are going to be buffing yourself as well. A lot of the builds I do roll out have a debuff and a buff combined in them inside of your kit, so you're just an all-around strong player. You're able to debuff any single enemy in the game as well as buff yourself, so you have both of those things in that build. The next thing we do have is just unlimited health regen. Since we are proccing Devour from any of our abilities, once you have Devour proc, we just need to keep on killing enemies and that will refresh the timer all the way back up to 15 seconds. That's how we're able to consistently stay alive, and you see me just running around blinding enemies and just killing everything. The setup I like to use while running Skyburner's Oath going into this GM will be a blinded grenade launcher. So the blinded grenade launcher I do have is Pardon Our Dust. Pardon Our Dust gives us the ability to just disorient enemies and blind them. Anytime you are struggling to clear ads, I highly recommend you pick up a blinded grenade launcher so you can blind everything in your path. The next thing I did forgot to touch bases on is the exotic of choice is Controverse Hold. While we are charging our grenade, we will be able to resist incoming damage, and that's just going to top off our already 30% damage reduction from running tier 10 resilience. And our charged vortex grenades return grenade energy on hit, so we're able to fully refund our grenade if we just let it sit and just debuff strong enemy targets. So think of yellow bar enemies like your champions or even bosses. Once you do have those enemies sit inside of your grenade, it is going to refund a lot of your grenade energy back. And that's pretty much it for the build, guys. Rock Skyburner's Oath and rock Controverse Hold, and you're going to be able to easily clear out this Grandmaster. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.